It's always a fun episode when we get to finger paint. He says, even if you've never painted before, this one you can do. Hey everyone, and welcome back to rossross. I'm Ross, and this is the channel where I let Bob Ross teach me how to paint. Today we're going to be doing Season 17, Episode 1, Golden Mist Oval. Now, I'm not really a big fan of the ovals, so I'm just going to do it on a regular old canvas, and I've already got it coated in liquid white, so let's just get started. First, Bob has us take a little bit of the burnt sienna and some yellow ochre. Now in this one, I'm really going to have to be careful to keep my perspective. So since Bob has an oval, I think I'm just going to try and approximate where I think this would be in the oval. It looks like he goes about halfway down with his color and comes pretty much all the way out to the sides, except for just a tiny bit. That looks nice for now, and then he takes a little bit more of the yellow ochre, and he adds that in there, just working it out, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Interesting. Now I'm going to take a little bit of alizarin crimson and just a tiny bit, because I know how strong that color is, and we're going to put it in the top of our painting. Woo! So strong, always so strong. Well, that's kind of cool so far. Now Bob says he loves water, so we're going to throw some of that in, but oddly enough, he's using cad yellow, so I'm really interested to see where he goes with that one. He says, even if you've never painted before, this one you can do. It's the season starter, so I think he's trying to, get people stoked for painting, which is great. Now, for our water, without cleaning our brush, we're going to go into a little bit of the cad yellow. Mix that with a tiny bit of yellow ochre. And we're gonna figure out where we want our sunspot to be and pull straight down. We're gonna take a little bit of yellow ochre and get the sides of this so that it's a little bit darker. Just pulling straight down in the same way. Bob really goes all the way to the bottom on this one, so I probably should too. And then he takes the burnt sienna and does that on the furthest. Woo! And to finish that off, Bob says we can take a little bit of titanium white just to make the lightest spot just a little bit lighter. And as always, we've got our test of courage where we just kind of go across and blend this a little bit. I like how that's coming out so far. It's always a fun episode when we get to finger paint. Bob's gonna have us take a tiny bit of this titanium white and decide where our sun's gonna be. He said just put that in there. And we're just gonna blend that a little bit. Wow, that's looking pretty cool. I like it. You need a little rounded over here. Now I'm gonna throw some trees in here. We're gonna use the alizarin crimson, dark sienna, and some of the yellow ochre again. So I'm just gonna kinda take a little more of each of those. To put these trees in, Bob has us do the lazy man's way of painting, he says, which is just kind of using the big brush to our advantage. Just letting it kind of do its own thing. Now these are going to be far away trees, so I'm not too worried with how they're looking here. I like this way of painting, it's fun. Wow, these colors are really reminding me of this place called the Coke Ovens back in Virginia. If any of you don't know what that is, they're these ovens used to process coal into a thing called coke used for making steel. Big, big business. And from what I hear, some of them like to watch my videos, so thank you guys so much for watching my videos. But anyway, these giant ovens are situated sort of in between some mountains, and at nighttime they just glow with this beautiful red and orange fire. It's pretty cool. I like how that came out. We're going to use that same color now to make some bushes. Now I'm going to take this little brush and get a little bit paint thinner into that same color. Maybe just make it a little bit darker. And we're going to make some trunks in here. Just the indication. Nothing too dark. Now that that background's looking good, Bob's gonna have us make some purple. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the alizarin crimson, a little bit of phthalo blue, and some white, and mix that in. He said we can have it be more on the blue side or the red side. We can choose whatever we want. So I think that looks okay. We're going to take our fan brush and load that up. Now I'm just kind of getting it in the corner because for this, Bob really only uses the corner of the brush. We're going to make some little bushes here. And Bob says just give it a little wiggle. Put these guys wherever you want them. You can name them if it helps. So I think I might name these bushes today. I think this one is gonna be Jim. And I think here we've got old Terry. I think here we got Bob. Maybe a Gus. Finally, I'm thinking Penelope. Now Bob wants us to give these a little misty feel, so I'm just gonna take my brush and tap the bottom. And the more you tap it, the more it should mist. He says that this mist is our best friend, so don't kill it. Now Bob's got us doing another layer here, so it really feels like it has that depth in the painting. But we're gonna be really careful not to cover that mist up. We're gonna use the same technique as before. I think that'll be Amy. That looks like a Mike to me. Maybe that long guy is Long John. Maybe a little more on him. And I'm gonna take this and mist it in the same way. To finish these off, Bob just kind of pulls up and makes some indications of random little trees and such. And you can do it anywhere you want. We're gonna take that purple and do our same little stick and twig trick to really make this painting our own. Maybe a little darker. I like how that's looking. Now we're getting to the palette knife. For this one, we're just gonna use Van Dyke Brown. I want a really thin roll of paint here, and we're just gonna rub in some land. Just scrub it in there. Now to create reflections, we're gonna take some of this lavender color. We're just gonna take it and pull straight down. And then we're just gonna blend that a little bit. We're gonna get back to our palette knife and that Van Dyke Brown. And we're gonna make a little peninsula coming out here. We're gonna make some big decisions. And I'm gonna take a little more of this and just do a little bit more reflection here. I'm going to take just a little bit of this yellow ochre and put it in some cad yellow, just to dull the cad yellow down a teeny bit. And we're going to just kind of put in the indications of some grassy areas here. I like that. I gotta stop myself before I go too far. Next, I'm gonna take my fan brush and get some more of our lavender color and create the silhouette of a tree, which is still kind of far away, so we don't want it to be too detailed here. So I'm gonna make this decision. Nice. Now I'm going to add some water to this by taking just the least bit phthalo blue, adding it in a little bit of liquid white, ooh, that's a pretty color. I don't know if you can see that slight blue, but I think that'll come out really good. And we're just gonna take that, ooh, might be too much. I'm gonna take my palette knife and make a big old landmass over here. And I'm just gonna take my same purple color again and give it a little more reflection. I'm gonna get back to my fan brush, and we're gonna make some more little bush areas on this landmass. I love it. Now I'm gonna get a little rock in there. Now I'm going to get back to my palette knife and make another little landmass down at the bottom there. And I'm going to go back to this purple color and do the same thing as before. Now I'm going to take a little more of this cad yellow ochre mix and do some more little bushes. Ooh, that's real thick. Gotta be careful not to mix that mud. Need a little more cad yellow. Next is a really cool technique that I've never done before, is making a little bit of a waterfall. So I'm going to go back into my liquid white and phthalo blue mixture, make it a little bit darker. That might be too dark. That looks a little better. And he just kind of comes right across and pulls down. Well, I definitely had trouble with that, but I think it came out okay in the end. Now we're going to take our purple one more time. We're going to put some trees in. He's got a big friend. That's very cute. Bob dedicated this one to his mother because she really likes these soft paintings that he does. Now I'm going to take some of my red, blue, and I'm just going to snag some of that purple I had before and a little bit of black to really get that to darken up. We're going to load our brush up with that color. Seems pretty loaded to me, and here's another bravery test. This one's gonna go the whole length of the painting. Now I'm gonna take my palette knife and give this tree a little shading indication. And back to my dark color. And we're just gonna give some nice little limbs here and there. And to finish this guy up, all I gotta do is sign my name. And interestingly enough, Bob uses red again to sign his name on this painting, which might add a little bit of this black in there. Darken it up a little bit. And there you have it, another finished painting. This one was awesome, totally different, you know, no mountains in the back, which I kind of needed a break from, but the sky came out really cool, and this waterfall technique that I'd never done before. Awesome, I liked that a lot. I hope to do more of those. All my trees came out pretty good. did a pretty decent job at not blending too much. I think I was using less paint, which helped, so I'm gonna try and do that. But overall, great episode. Thank you so much, Bob, and thanks to everyone who watched this and enjoyed it. If you would let me know anything you think I could do better for the next one, please comment down below. Like this video if you want to see more, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.